Hi, this is Carlton Cullins, and welcome to the Blue Sky Strongbox. Hey, this is Carlton Cullins, personal trainer and nutrition specialist here in Austin, Texas. I am also the owner of the Blue Sky Strongbox, and this week I've got 4 little things I want to talk about. First and foremost, Thanksgiving is coming up in a few days, so I want to wish everybody a happy early Thanksgiving. I hope that if you get a chance to, you get to spend time with friends and family. It's most important, and that's what we're doing all this stuff for. But if you're not going to get a chance to do that, at least call somebody, tell them you love them. It's important. Life's too short. But while we're talking about Thanksgiving, let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about food. You know, I plan on eating a lot at Thanksgiving this coming week. I don't like to hold back too much. I don't think most people should hold back too much. I mean, if you're holding back at Thanksgiving, you might be working a little too hard. But with that said, you shouldn't just go completely crazy at Thanksgiving or any holiday, your birthday or Christmas or whatever, because you can get off your goals quite a bit and really mess things up. So you kind of got to keep balance. And the way that I keep balance, the way I suggest for my clients to keep balance and stuff, is just to simply, you know, when you don't have to eat those big meals, when you're not having to eat dessert, don't do it. Try to eat good when you're not with all the friends and family, you're not having a ceremonial meal. Eat good. When it's time to have that ceremonial meal and the good stuff, all the bad foods out there, all that kind of stuff, enjoy it. Don't make yourself too sick, but enjoy it. And then the other times, just don't go crazy when you don't have to. Also, like, I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to do some light working out. I'm not going to be all hardcore or anything, but I'm going to do some stuff before and after, the day before, the day after, and stuff like that to kind of even it out so that the calories in, the calories out are adjusted. And you know, like I said, when I don't have to eat bad, I'm not going to, but I am going to eat bad. So don't get me wrong. I think everybody should enjoy Thanksgiving. But, you know, with that said, the next thing I want to talk about is I have quite a few friends and some clients who are doing Weight Watchers right now. You know, I don't think any diet system is perfect, and I don't think that Weight Watchers is necessarily a perfect system, but it's probably one of the better systems because they've simplified things. It's you know, you pay online, you can go online and pay like $20 a month, and you sign up, and they roughly give you amount of calories in the form of numbers, and you get a certain amount of numbers, points that you can eat a day, and it just gives you a quick way to add up stuff. It just makes people accountable. It makes people have to add up what they eat, figure out what they're eating, and have a goal to search for, and for those reasons I like it. I also like the fact that if you eat something really crappy, you get docked a lot of points for it, and you can't eat as much of that. And if you eat better things that are higher in fiber and stuff like that, it kind of rewards you by their less points, and you can eat more of that stuff. So it kind of encourages eating better things, and I think that's not a bad idea either. So if a lot of things you're doing have failed, you need some kind of accountability, you might look into Weight Watchers. I think it's a pretty good program, and you can do it online. You don't have to go to meetings and all that kind of stuff, but you've got to enter your food in every day. That's really important. But you can also enter your exercise and stuff like that. But it does work. If you need something, it might be something, you know, worth trying. Christmas is coming up, and if you want to put something on your wish list, for those of you who are really getting into working out, you're doing the interval training that I've talked about and stuff like that, I think buying a heart rate monitor, a cheap heart rate monitor, you can get it online, you can get them at Walmart, Target, something like that. Spend $35, $40 for a heart rate monitor, and I think it'd be a good buy. I think the future of interval training lies in heart rate monitors, and everybody's different, their physiology. So a heart rate monitor is a great way to figure out what's going on with your body, your heart rate, and how your body's responding to exercise. So I think by getting one of those, putting it on your wish list, and maybe get one of those for Christmas would be a great thing for the future. And I'll tell you how to use those later, but maybe put that on the list. The last thing I want to mention today is a thing called active rest. Whatever you're doing for your exercise, for your strength training, your weightlifting, whatever you want to call it, whether you're using tubing bands or body weight exercise or whatever, when you're done with that particular exercise, you should be doing something immediately after. You can do another exercise, you could do a stretch, or you could do a core exercise, something. But we call that active rest. So you're not just sitting around, you're not doing an exercise and then sitting on your butt for a minute to 3 minutes, 4 minutes or whatever, and waiting to go back to the exercise. Instead of just sitting, you can be doing something else called active rest. I suggest doing a superset, and that's basically pairing 2 or more exercises together and going back to back with little or no rest. Typically when you do that, whatever exercise you're doing first, you want the next exercise to be something like an opposing body part. So if you're doing like a chest exercise, you want it to be an upper back exercise. If you're doing like a hip exercise, you want it to be maybe a knee dominant exercise. But with whatever exercise you're doing, you could also pair it with a core exercise on any of those. So you could do a plank, you could do a quadruped, you could do anything between those exercises, just so that you're filling up your time, you're getting a lot more done. Sometimes they call that density training, when you're getting a lot done in a short period of time. It makes the intensity higher and you just get a lot more out of it and you don't waste your time. So anyway, that's my tips for this week. If you have any questions, always write me. I'll do my best to help. I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody take care of each other, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.